Yo, what's going on, guys? I just woke up and I am here to read you guys the hotfix notes for July 9th, 2020. Now, if you just want to know right off the bat, there were no balancing adjustments, no buffs, no nerfs to Iron Bear, Zane's clone, etc. So if that's all you wanted to know, then you can go ahead and click off the video. However, with that being said, there was a very interesting note that we're mainly going to be talking about today. But first, let's just go over these two small notes. The first one is they patched a hole in the atrium of the Bounty of Blood campaign to prevent players from busting through the wall and seeing the other side. That's actually kind of just funny how they wrote that. And then otherwise they addressed a reported concern that some damage effects from Lucky 7 sometimes did not function after exiting Iron Bear. Now this is kind of a huge note, although a lot of people do not play the Lucky 7. But one reason that Moe's players couldn't, and Moe's was one of the best characters with the Lucky 7, is because it was getting canceled by Iron Bear. So pretty cool note if you're interested in that. These were really the only two fixes from today. Now with that being said, there is a very interesting note here that I'm going to read to you and then we'll talk about it. Some players have expressed an interest in shields that do damage to enemies being scaled with Mayhem. We are looking to add Mayhem scaling to those shields in a future update. While assessing, we noticed that the change that allowed Mayhem gear to spawn in chests and vending machines also applies to the guns that spawn with enemies. This results in Mayhem 10 enemy weapons doing Mayhem 10 damage to its target. This wasn't initially intended, and we are monitoring how this is affecting difficulty and higher levels of Mayhem, and are looking into how it could be addressed in a future patch. So, very interesting note here. Now, I actually did just notice they mentioned, like Nova Burner shields doing more damage. I didn't actually quite catch that the first time I read it. So that is very cool, and that is a change that we very much wanted, at least a lot of us now. Shields like the Nova Burner have never been too prominent in this game, but if they do scale them to Mayhem 10, at least we would have those that option again. What I really want to talk about is this Mayhem 10 enemy weapon damage doing more damage to us. So basically, what this means is, so if you guys didn't know, enemy weapons are actually based on common weapons in the game. So like the weapons that enemies are actually holding, you can actually find in chests. They're basically just like common purple, like blue or green or white weapons and stuff like that. Even sometimes they'll have alien barrels, you guys noticed. So apparently Mayhem 10 and the weapon scaling applies to enemy weapons as well. So this entire time, enemies that shoot guns, so like, you know, Malawan and COV have been dealing more damage to us. Now, in the back of my head, this kind of makes sense because I'm not gonna lie, I did feel like I was taking more damage. However, it looks like this is unintended, but they are monitoring this and potentially thinking about keeping this. So what's really weird about this, in my opinion, is, you know, even if they do scale our shields, our health bars are still gonna be the same, and we still will end up getting health gated more often. And this kind of invalidates non-lifesteal sort of defense. Although, at the same time, we've already been playing with this, so it's just kind of interesting to think about at this point, and it's really weird, and, you know, we'll kind of see what they do about it. But anyways, guys, just some food for thought for you guys to think about. Let me know what you guys think about this. Enemy weapons have actually been doing more damage to us the whole time. Now, keep in mind, like I said, if this was something they were thinking about, putting into the game, maybe we could all have a different opinion on it. But this has already been in the game since Mayhem 10 was a thing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And that is going to be it for today's notes. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.